Madison Savoyards is presenting the Gilbert and Sullivan comic opera, Ruddigore.
It was first staged in London in 1887. Does it stand the test of time?
It does if you can figure it out. Now stay with us on this one. It'll make sense at the end. Let's go backstage with Bruno to figure this out.
Gilbert and Sullivan is famous for a convoluted plot with a big old twist at the end.
Ruddigore opens in the small village set in the UK, a village that just happens to have a professional corps of bridesmaids. And it's been a minute since we've had a wedding.
There's a maiden in the village that they say no one else can get married until she does because she's just too beautiful and everyone wants her, so they have to marry her off so that they can get married, finally.
One of the first scenes features Dame Hannah, who is a very nice old lady who lives in the village, full of wisdom, and she's telling the bridesmaids of the legend of Sir Rupert Murgatroyd, a bad baronet of Ruddigore who long ago was cursed.
He gets in trouble with a witch. He's torturing witches and being really mean to them.
And the witch who he last encountered, placed a curse on him and his bloodline.
He must now commit a crime a day for life, or he will die in terrible agonies. Rose Maybud is in love with Robin Oak Apple.
But he is not who he says he is. Robin Oak Apple is living under the assumed name of Robin Oak Apple, but his true and rightful title is Sir Riven Murgatroyd, the bad baronet of Ruddigore.
And he has come to the village to hide himself and live a simpler life as a farmer, get away from all the drama of the family curse, and passes it on to his brother.
And he falls in love with pretty little Rose Maybud, the maiden that the bridesmaids are obsessed with marrying off.
They are both in love with each other and always kind of have been. They're both too shy to say anything.
It ends up, at the end, Robin is not strong enough to admit his feelings for Rose, so they separate and they part again.
But at some point, since we know it's Gilbert and Sullivan, they ended up being together, which I don't know why. It's supposed to be me.
It is the first instance of an opera or anything that makes fun of the horror genre.
You mean to saddle all you've got upon your...
Just when you thought things couldn't get more complicated, his foster brother and very dearest friend, Richard Dauntless, comes back from sea after being away from home for 10 years. They have a great reunion, and Richard tells Robin that he will profess Robin's love for Rose himself.
Finally, they admit feelings for each other. And then, lo and behold, there's the curse, and the brother reveals that he is actually the bad baronet of Ruddigore.
Richard has gone behind Robin's back and has told, I know, it gets a little complicated. He tells his younger brother, Despard, who is now the baronet of Ruddigore, that Robin, or his brother, Riven, is still alive and is living under the name of Robin. So Despard crashes the wedding, all chaos breaks loose, and the curtain closes with Robin pouting and in despair, having just been outed and having to adopt this title of Bad Baronet of Ruddigore.
Michael, your reactions were the best part of this whole story.
Did you follow any of that?
The singing is good.
The singing is wonderful, but the plot line, good grief, it's just craziness.
And I understand the curtain comes down on the first act. People think it's over, and there's still a second act.
Exactly. You've gone through all that, but wait, there's more.
Well,
but it's really everything about it. I mean, the singing is wonderful. That the sets and costumes are beautiful. They're doing a really great job because this production has really never done as much as the ones like Mikado and HMS Pinafore. So I give them lots of kudos for putting this production up.
Just pay attention. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's get the specifics. Here's Ruddigore at the Bartell Theater in Madison this weekend and next. Go to bartelltheatre.secure.force.com/tickets. That's as confusing as his play, his opera.
There will be a test.
All right, it's that time. 3, 2, 1, it's
Friday!
Hey,
Have a great weekend.
you too.
Stay cool.